Soil pollution. Soil pollution is the introduction of harmful substances that affect the quality of the soil and hence its productivity. Soil pollution is also known as land pollution. Soil pollution affects the normal use of soil. It also endangers the health of humans and other living components of the environment such as plants and animals. Soil pollution, therefore, means making soil impure. When certain substances are introduced to the soil, they pollute it. Substances that make soil or any other component of the environment such as air and water impure are known as pollutants or contaminants. Some soil pollutants include plastics, fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides. Pesticides are chemicals that kill pests. Herbicides are chemicals that kill weeds. Oil can also pollute soil if it spills accidentally on the soil. You may have observed that soil contaminants are spilled on the soil through different activities. Causes of soil pollution. Improper waste disposal. Improper disposal of domestic and biological waste on the soil causes soil pollution. This is because our bodies are full of toxins and chemicals which seep into the land and cause pollution of soil. Industrial activities. Improper disposal of raw industrial waste pollutes soil. As a result, the industrial waste stays in the soil surface for a long time and makes it unsuitable for use. Poor agricultural practices. Poor agricultural practices such as using excess fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides pollute soil. Oil spillage. Oil can spill onto the soil surface as a result of an accident involving a vehicle transporting oil or any other fuel. Oil leaks can also happen during storage and transport of chemicals. The chemicals present in the fuel affects the quality of soil and makes it unsuitable for cultivation. These chemicals can get into the groundwater through soil and pollute the water. Mining activities. Mining destroys the soil structure and leaves excess minerals on the topsoil. Acid rain. Acid rain is caused when pollutants present in the air mixes up with the rain and fall back on the ground. The polluted water could dissolve away some of the important nutrients found in soil and change the structure of the soil. Sewage treatment. Large amounts of solid waste is left over once the sewage has been treated. The leftover material is sent to landfill site which end up polluting the environment. Construction activities. Due to urbanization, large amounts of construction activities are taking place. This has resulted in large waste materials like wood, metal, bricks and plastics. These end up harming the soil. Effects of soil pollution on plants. Soil pollution destroys soil fertility. Loss of soil fertility in turn affects its productivity. When the soil is affected, the living components of the environment, that is, plants and animals, are also affected. Plastics such as polythene papers and other waste materials cause damage to leaves and stems of plants when deposited on the soil. Most of these waste materials do not decay but remain in the soil for a long time. Plastics, therefore, interfere with the growth of plants. Plants grown in polluted soils absorb molecules of the pollutants. These pollutants accumulate in the plants. These pollutants affect plants since they interfere with air circulation in the soil and growth of roots of plants since they block the roots. Pollutants also interfere with absorption of water and mineral salts from the soil. Soil pollution destroys bacteria and beneficial microorganisms present in the soil. Effects of soil pollution on animals. Soil pollution has negative effects on animals. Soil is the home of many small animals. Examples of small animals who live in the soil: moles, earthworm, bacteria, ants, termites, insects and their larvae. These small animals usually play an important role in the soil. Small animals such as bacteria enrich the soil by decomposing dead vegetative and animal matter. Decomposition increases the amount of humus in the soil, thus making it more productive. Other small animals such as earthworms and millipedes dig small tunnels by burrowing through layers of the soil. This helps to loosen the soil just as digging does. The burrowed tunnels also allow air and water to circulate in soil, thus increasing their amounts in the soil. When soil is polluted, these animals die. Small animals thus improve aeration and drainage of the soil. This allows the roots of plants to penetrate into the soil. Presence of oil chemicals make it difficult for the small animals to survive, e.g. herbicides, pesticides, harmful pollutants. When animals die, the soil loses its quality and therefore, its productivity. By eating these polluted plants, animals take in all the soil conservation. Plants and animals depend on soil. All plants grow on soil. Animals feed on plants. It is, therefore, important to conserve soil. To conserve soil is to protect it from losing its natural properties and its productivity. This means that we keep it intact and prevent it from being destroyed. Soil conservation measures include planting trees. Tree planting can either be afforestation or reforestation. Afforestation is planting of trees in areas where none has been planted. Reforestation is planting of trees where forests have been cleared. Trees reduce wind erosion by breaking the strength of the wind. The roots hold soil particles together. This prevents the soil from being carried away by agents of soil erosion. They provide shade and, therefore, reduce the amount of evaporation. They reduce the speed of running water. This reduces the strength of water to erode the soil. When the leaves fall off, they decompose, thus increasing the amount of humus in the soil. Planting cover crops. Land should not be left bare. It is advisable to plant ground cover crops that spread out over the soil surface and cover it. Examples of cover crops are grass and sweet potatoes. Ground cover plants hold the soil firmly with their roots. This prevents soil from being carried away easily by agents of soil erosion such as wind and rain. The cover crops also trap soil as water floods through the garden. Cover crops, therefore, help to conserve the soil. Terracing. Digging terraces along the contours on slopes reduces the speed of runoff water. This reduces soil erosion and, therefore, conserves soil. Mulching. Mulching is the covering of soil with dead plant matter such as dry grass and leaves. This prevents excess loss of water from the soil through evaporation. It also reduces splash erosion. The mulch also decays after some time, adding humus to the soil. Building gabions. We have learnt about gully erosion, in which rainwater forms wide V or U-shaped channels called gullies. These gullies can be blocked by building structures called gabions across them. Gabions are heavy boxes made of wire mesh that are filled with stones. As water flows through the gabions, the soil is trapped. Gabions, therefore, reduces gully erosion and repair the soil structure. Contour farming. This is where crops are planted along the contours on ridges. This helps reduce soil erosion. Avoid burning vegetation. When we want to clear land for farming, we should slash or uproot any unwanted vegetation. We should not burn vegetation cover. This is because cleared vegetation left to rot increases humus and adds nutrients to the soil. When we burn vegetation, we kill living organisms in the soil and no humus goes to the soil. Vegetation cover also guards against exposure of soil to the agents of soil erosion such as wind, water, and animals. Controlled grazing. Farmers should keep livestock that a piece of land can support. This is called proper stocking, which leads to soil conservation. When animals overgraze, they uproot vegetation cover such as grass. This exposes soil to agents of soil erosion such as water and wind. Controlled use of agricultural chemicals. Examples of agricultural chemicals include fertilizers, herbicides, pesticides. Uncontrolled use of these chemicals can lead to soil and even water pollution. Their use can also be harmful to crops and consumers of the crops, which include animals and human beings. When using agricultural chemicals, farmers should strictly follow the manufacturer's instructions. These instructions advise on type of chemical to use, directions for use, which include the amount to use and mode of application, precautionary measures to observe, proper waste disposal. Domestic and industrial human activities produce a lot of waste. Waste can both be useful or harmful. In order to prevent the pollution of soil, it is important to use proper methods of disposing of waste. This is called waste management. Thank you for watching this lesson. We hope you now have a good understanding of soil pollution and the various soil conservation measures. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and other Genius channels relevant to your level of study.